All right, so word on the street is that One Punch Man Season 3 Core 2 or One Punch Man Season 4 has been unofficially announced or it's been heavily rumored. So let me just put a big disclaimer out there right now from the jump that this is not like confirmed by Bandai or JC staff themselves. This is just something that's been going around Twitter right now with like all like the major leakers and people that talk about this stuff that have connections, I guess. So for example, if we take a look at this tweet right here, we see this account posting that apparently, again, this is not, I haven't found a way to confirm this yet, so take this with a grain of salt and do your own research always. But apparently, Netflix has listed One Punch Man Season 3 as like a part 1, and the series will continue at an undisclosed time. Now, from what I've seen, like for example, with this leaker right here, Donut2X, if you see in his comments here, he says Core 2/Season 4 depends on how officials word it. It's not going to be for a while, so don't worry. So, I mean, this is like pretty much saying that, like, it's not like just because it's a core 2, a second part to the season, it's not going to come out like in a few months or something. That's like a major concern that people have. Because as we've seen with season 3 to this point, not having enough time or not giving JC staff enough time and resources, like they just can't do anything without it. Season 3 has been, for the most part, a major disappointment. Like, there's been a few episodes that were pretty okay, and I've actually seen that there's been leaks already of the final episode, episode 12, and people saying that it's like better than the entirety of this season and even season 2. Just cutting in here really quick, I recently partnered up with GamerSupps. A lot of you might have already heard about GamerSupps before. They're like the go-to for energy supplements for gamers and people that enjoy anime and manga. Pretty big in the community. It's a product with 0 sugar, less than 1 carb, and less than 1 calorie, so it's keto friendly and diabetic safe. So this is pretty big because I used to drink a lot of energy drinks, and it's both healthier and cheaper than just straight up buying energy drinks from the gas station or something. And on top of that, I'm sure some of you may love this, they also have these like very aesthetic waifu cups that of course are anime themed because, you know, waifu. And what's really cool is if you click the link in my description and use my code AnimeX, you'll get 10% off your order, and on top of that, you'll be helping this channel greatly. I wouldn't be recommending this stuff to you guys if I didn't use it myself. I literally drink it every day. Like, I'm drinking it right now as I record this video. The flavors are good, the service is amazing, you get your stuff very quickly. So make sure to use the link in my description and use my code to save some money. I haven't seen it myself. I'm going to wait until its official release. But apparently the final episode of the season is a lot like Blue Lock Season 2, where like most of the season was pretty crap, but then like the final episode or final 2 episodes were way better, like a completely different anime experience. I don't know. Is it a kind of a coincidence that Bandai Namco was also in charge of that anime as well? I'm pretty sure. I don't think so. Now, as you can see already, there's people in the comments saying like, I hope it's not JC staff, like I hope it's Mappa, Ufotable, like the classic like super great anime studios out there. And to be honest, like I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but I don't see Bandai switching off of JC staff if they didn't do it after like 6 years, if that makes sense. I'd assume that the second core of the season, or season 4, whatever you want to call it, is going to come out like at least a year from now, maybe even 2 years. To be honest, I'd be more than willing to accept that. I'd be very welcoming of it, because at least that can maybe give us a slight sliver of hope that like the season's being worked on in like an efficient timeline, like something that's actually reasonable for these animators to work with. And like you see with this account right here, he says, never in my life did I think I could read a One Punch Man season 4 announcement post and have 0 excitement. And honestly, that's like the sentiment of most fans right now, just because like the signs point to, again, JC staff taking over, and you know, with Bandai Namco running everything, there's just absolutely 0 confidence in there being like an actual good product that comes out, and for good reason. Like Bandai Namco sucks and has not given us a reason to actually support them and think that they're going to put out a good product that the fans love. They just want to make money. They want to put out a product as cheaply as possible and then call it a day. My assumption for Core 2 or Season 4 or whatever it's going to be called is it's going to be wrapping up the rest of the Monster Association arc. Now, I honestly still think it'd be kind of like compressing a lot of stuff to even fit another core to try to fit all of it in there, like the rest of it. Ideally, like in the perfect world, we'd get a different studio or have like confirmation that they're going to get a legitimate amount of time to work on this, first of all. But I would love for them to cover like the majority of whatever's left of the Monster Association arc and leave off like for a movie or something, like the final fight of the arc. You know, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys that are anime only, but you guys know that I've read the manga, like the final fight of the arc, like the major one. I would love it if they converted that whole fight into a movie. I think it would fit in pretty perfectly, actually, especially right now, since like there's like the Chainsaw Man movie, the Demon Slayer Slayer movie doing like huge numbers in the box office. I mean, hey, look, Bandai, you guys love money so much. Like, this is probably a great opportunity to make some money and possibly put out a good product out there, since they're just focusing on one movie. But again, we'll see. And again, generally the sentiment isn't very good. And if you see these the anime grifters of the community like back to back as I'm like scrolling through the feed, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Screw everyone involved in the One Punch Man season 3 and now season 4, yada yada yada. Same thing with Chibi Reviews. I wanted to end it all, bro. I mean, you could be disappointed with the season, or like what, maybe be pessimistic about what's to come, but like, don't beat these guys. I know some of you guys watching this are fans of their content and like love this guy's reactions and stuff, but I don't know. I just feel like in a space where, we all know the season's not good. We all know the episodes haven't been good, and we're pretty much like actively calling on Bandai Namco to like get their shit together. The way these guys handle it is just like, they're just making money. That's literally all they're doing. Like, this is their career. You know what I mean? So again, a lot of this stuff is still up in the air. It seems to be like close to confirmed, because I feel like when a lot of like leakers are all saying the same thing, and there's just a lot of sources out there kind of saying the same thing, it does give us some kind of validity to me. Like, there's been instances with season 3 before it came out when people were saying that like Mappa was animating it or whatever, that it was just like a few people saying it, and it just seemed like just not trustworthy. But even all that being said, again, take this stuff with a grain of salt. Like, do your own research and don't believe anything completely until it comes from like the actual source, from Bandai Namco or from whoever it is that's taking over at this point. Just wanted to bring this to you guys though, to give you some kind of, I don't know, worry or excitement. I personally, like, I'll watch it. Of course I'm going to watch it. I'm going to talk about it with you guys, but I'm going to hold off my optimism this time for sure. So if you want to stay up to date with all this One Punch Man stuff, then make sure to subscribe and turn the notifications on. Also, if you want to help support the channel, then pick yourself up some gamer subs. This is the AFK, the stuff that helps you sleep. I take it every night. I also drink the stuff that gives you some energy and does so without any sugar and any calories, so it's diabetic safe and stuff like that. Plus, you also get the flavors, and a lot of them with this very, I guess, aesthetically pleasing artwork on it. So if you enjoy that, then, click the link in the description below. You can get 10% off by using the code AnimeX at checkout. Saves you a little bit of money and also greatly helps to support the channel. So thank you for that. That is it for this one, though. Have an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. Love you guys. Peace out.